2015. Right now, we're in the semifinals in the second game of Gush versus Team Naust. If you people haven't seen the last game, Gush Gaming took the first game off Team Naust in a very good victory, and right now we're in the second game. So let's go straight into the game. On the blue team, we have Cassiopeia, Draven, and Skarner being banned. And on the purple team, we've got Gangplank, Irelia. And will we see the third ban? No, they're going to be taking some time on it. So, what's your name?
Prodigal Son.
Yeah, Prodigal
Son. Yeah. So, just looking at the bans again, we've got Cassiopeia and Draven. We know that Cassiopeia is a comfort pick for Miggy and Draven for Bronzy. So those are perfect bans. As far as the Skarner goes, the Skarner showed up in the last game and it provided a lot of pressure. And that's the main reason they banned it out. It's good to see that Vadapoche was able to pick up the Braum. That's one of his comfortable picks. Bronze has taken away the Lucian from Chloe. I'm pretty sure you know Slash that Chloe plays a really mean Lucian. So that's definitely a great pick for Bronzy. What do you reckon about the Nautilus pickup by Sora?
Yeah, so Nautilus pickup for support is actually a really good pick. He provides a lot of CC, and he's also known as the king of the early game because he has a lot of CC in early stages of the game. Lucian, a very good comfort pick coming out from Bronzy, I'd say. I mean, for every AD carry main in general, Lucian is just one of those champions where you got to pick it up and master it or play it a good amount to really understand AD carry completely. So. Yeah, it's a good pickup right here. And over on the blue team, we have Braum being picked up by Vadapoche. He did play it last game, so Prodigal Son, what are your thoughts on that Braum picking it up for the second game in a row?
Actually, Vadapoche ended up playing the Nautilus last game. The Braum was actually played by Sora. Yeah, so Vada was actually hoping to get the Braum for the last game, but unfortunately he wasn't able to. And to be honest, he didn't fare too well with the Nautilus, and so I'm glad to see that he was able to pick up the Braum, so it'll be a more even game, I'm hoping. Deathly Dragoon was able to pick up the Nocturne. That's one of his best champions. I think Nocturne is his best champion. Xin is second to that. So yeah, but he still did really well on the Xin. Early game, he provided so much pressure last game. But yeah, the game didn't fare too well for Team Naust. Hopefully he can turn things around with this Nocturne pickup. I'm sure Deathly Dragon will be hoping to just focus down Bronzy, because that's usually what he does with Nocturne. He just goes straight at the ADC or the mid laner and just bursts them down. Crimson has picked up the Shen. He usually plays Irelia, but as you can see, Irelia has been banned out. He was hovering over the Na, which is another really good pick for him, but he's settled on the Shen. I'm hoping to see some all over offensive plays using the Shen, just teleporting up to different lanes. Cool Dude has picked up an Elise. It's probably his best champion, but I'll let you tell us more about the Elise pickup.
Yeah, so Elise, not a really good champion you want to give on somebody like Cool Dude. I mean, he's been playing it consistently throughout the whole tournament. He understands the dynamic of Elise. He understands power spikes. He understands the matchup really well. And he's going to be playing accordingly. Like, he's just going to be everywhere. He's going to be invading. He's just a monster on Elise, to be honest. I mean, I feel that blue team kind of, lacked in pick and bans. I mean, they focused a lot on the solo laners, and instead of banning out Skarner, they should have banned out Elise. I mean, I'd say he's better on Elise than on Skarner. And blue team is honestly just gonna figure that out right now in this game, I feel. Yeah, but, honestly, not a really good... On a serious note, you don't want to give Cool Dude Elise. That is just, he applies a lot of pressure on it to solo lanes. He counter jungles a lot, and it's just a bad champion to give to him. On the other hand, we got the other laners being picked. So one topic I want to really touch about is the global pressure that the blue team has because of the Shen, the Nocturne. How do you think that's going to come into a factor playing against team comp like Purple Team?
Okay, one thing that I've noticed about Crimson, he always seems to use his ult on the ADCs. So the idea will be to for both Crimson and Deathly Dragon to gank the same lane. So it's just having 4 people on the lane. Maybe he'll just ult onto the ADC and Deathly Dragon will follow up. So there'll be 4v2 at the bottom lane. And Crimson, what he usually does is, as soon as he's done at the bottom lane, he'll just TP straight back up. He won't lose any lane pressure, and he does really well when he does things like this. He calculates it really well. Also, I have to point out that Gautam Iverson was able to pick up the Anivia. I saw him play the Anivia earlier, and it was really well played. He's got some real mean skills to show us, and I'm hoping to see those skills. Also, Miggy's got the Victor out. This is one of the things that Team Naust was talking about earlier. They were really worried about the Victor, so I'm hoping that they can actually put up a fight against him. Hopefully it's not a one-sided game as it was last game. Hopefully they can show us their skills and it actually drags out for a while so we can go into a third game. But what are your opinions about this Victor? And well, we haven't spoken about the Trundle either, so tell us about the Trundle Slash.
Yeah, so I want to touch on the mid lane a little bit because Gautam Iverson, his champ pool is really good. I mean, he's been playing Lulu, he's been playing really good meta champions, but his Lulu really didn't work out for him last game, and he just honestly didn't feel very comfortable on that champion against the Orianna. But now I think he's on a more comfortable champion, Anivia. I think he knows how to farm and play safe on this champion. And you know, Miggy playing that Victor, he's been consistent on every mid laner he's played so far this tournament. So I really want to see how this lane matchup is going to go, especially with the junglers intact, because you have Nocturne, who is you have Nocturne, who really wants to, you know, gank after level 6, and then you have Elise, which doesn't really benefit off the level 6 as much as other junglers, but has really insane pressure early throughout the game. So we really have to see how that lane goes up. Coming to the top lane, Shen versus Trundle. So it's pretty obvious that Trundle is the stronger person in this lane, and he is a split push god. So if he can, you know, just farm up, preferably not get camped, and, you know, just keep farming on that lane, he's gonna be doing just fine. But it's up to Shen to, you know, make his TPs and ultis worthwhile. Like, he has to try and get the other lanes ahead. He needs to, you know, TP bot lane probably in the early level, probably get a double taunt, a kill or something like that. He has to make sure he does something outside of his lane, because 1v1 Shen versus Trundle, it's not gonna happen, to be honest.
We've also got the hyper carry that's Chloe playing on the Vayne. I've seen him play Vayne for years now, and I haven't seen anyone match his Vayne for a very long time. I'm hoping to see some really good bot lane matchups going on now. Also, just talking about Crimson's pressure at the bot lane. If he isn't capable of putting enough pressure, and as you said, if he's not capable of getting those kills, and if he doesn't end up getting those kills, he's really gonna fall behind in the lane, and he's gonna have to wait till the late game. And you would already know that in recent times, well, this current meta is that games only last for 35 minutes, or if we're lucky, 40 minutes. So when they get to the late game, it's going to be really, well, essentially it's going to be really difficult for them to even get to the late game. So considering the blue team is really late game oriented, they have to get some early kills to get to that late game real quickly. What do you think about that?
Honestly speaking, this Vayne is not gonna survive. I'm gonna make a Monte Cristo bet right here. He's gonna go 0-5 in like 20-25 minutes, because let's be honest, there is no good Vayne player in India except for one person, and that guy's like the king of Vayne, and we all know who that person is. And all these other people that play Vayne, it's not gonna work. I mean, come on, guys. There's no point of picking Vayne. I mean, you might find her success in a few games in solo queue. You can play her in normals, but when it comes to a semi-finals tournament match like this, like, unless your name is Brutality, or in this case OG, you're not gonna have any success on that Vayne, bro.
Fair enough. I respect your opinion. I'm gonna one up that bet. I'm gonna say that he's gonna go 2-0 early game. I'm gonna say he's gonna go 2-0 because I trust this man. I trust his plays, And I think he's capable. Just saying, I have to put up an opposing bet. I can't just let it go like that. You know that. But what do you think? Like, the Elise and the Victor, would you
Dude,
reckon?
honestly, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into. He gave Elise to Cool Dude. He takes Vayne as if he's some macho man. He gives this thing. They give Trundle. I mean, he's not gonna survive. Like, look how team fights go. He's gonna get first priority in team fights. He's gonna get outranged and outclassed by Lucian and Nautilus in lane. There is no way that this guy's gonna survive. I don't even know why he picked this champ. He would be better picking like Urgot or Caitlyn or something, but no, he has to pick Vayne.
All right, the disses are in. All right. Okay, the bet is in. First of all, let's see who wins the bet. Okay, the game's off to a good start. They're both running to the opposing jungles. The blue team is actually split up. Gush is moving together. They're all moving to the bot lane. Both teams are moving to the bot lane, but Shen is alone on the top lane. I don't know what the idea is. We might be looking at an invade, but it seems like we won't. Trundle's moving back to the top lane. Let's talk about the let's talk about the top lane right now. So as you said, Trundle is a massive split pusher, right? And he's also got the corrupting potion. Do you think we'll see an early gank at the top lane, or do you think Elise will prefer to gank the mid lane?
Well, depends upon Cool Dude. I mean, it would be quite good to set up a camp at top lane. Try to punish Shen in those early levels before he can use his ultimate. And it is a good viable option. But then Cool Dude, he likes to really invade the opponent's team, the blue team's red, because it's just more convenient for him on his whenever. I mean, we've seen it whenever he plays on the red team. He always likes invading the red area and causing a lot of pressure and coordinating with his jungler. If you also see Pidgey, he's also taken the cleanse to counter the stun coming up from Irelia. And I don't really think he's going to be playing passive with that cleanse. I think he's going to coordinate with Cool Dude properly and try to get a couple of kills on Anivia along with his jungler as well. So he's going to be... It really depends upon him. I mean, he can really do anything he wants. He can go bot, he can get a cocoon and they can insta-Vayne. He can go top and get Trundle ahead. I mean, he has a lot of options here.
I think as far as Cool Dude ganking the mid lane, I don't think it'll be advisable because one main thing we need to remember is that Gautam Iverson is a passive player. He's not very aggressive. So being a passive player, also with the fact that Anivia's passive with the egg and stuff, like I don't think it's going to be easy for them to be able to get a kill in the mid lane. As opposed to that, Crimson actually plays a very aggressive lane. Right now he's playing pretty passively, but he will get more aggressive. I think it'll be more advisable for Cool Dude to actually gank top, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think Elise is going to finish the red and move straight to the top, probably gank through the lane rather than from the sides. And Rampage is putting up enough pressure for that to happen. At the bot lane, Sora's going in onto Vada, but there's just a small poke. But yeah, okay. What do you think about this bot lane? Do you think we'll see any aggressive plays? Like, they're just pushing really hard. I know what you're saying. I know you don't... You already told me this Vayne pickup is not going to work, but what do you think? Do you think we'll see a first blood in the bot lane instead of the mid or top?
I wouldn't be surprised, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe these guys can last for like 10 minutes and, probably be equal. And by equal, I mean like, below -5 CS.
Oh,
but
wow, okay.
But honestly, I don't expect this Vayne pick to be any good. I mean, I'd like to make a friendly pun. You saw in the last semi-final game how that Vayne pick went.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. I do have to accept that, but okay. But we didn't remember that. Okay. I'm gonna support this Vayne. She's going even on CS right now, even though she is starting to farm under tower, which is not looking good. Early game farming under tower is definitely never good. But they are trying to put back some pressure. Vadapoche is being engaged on. He's taking a little damage. He's quite tanky, so he's perfectly alright with the wall. Crimson is pushed under tower too. It's not looking too good for the top and the bot lane right now. Elise is moving towards the mid lane. Nocturne's just going B right now. What do you think about this Nocturne pickup? Do we need to see any early pressure from Nocturne just to counter the Elise, or is that alright?
I don't think so. I mean, a little bit poke going on in bot lane at the moment. But yeah, Nocturne, he's just going to be farming his jungle 24/7. I mean, I don't think he's confident or enough to invade or so, and he doesn't have the damage or, to be honest, the knowledge to what Elise has. And, you know, he's just going to be farming mainly. I don't think he will gank pre-6, whereas Elise, she's going to be everywhere. I mean, you can even see the CS difference in the jungle right now. Nocturne on 16 farm, Elise on 9 farm. Elise is trying to look out for ganks, but Team Naust is just playing too passively at the moment.
Yeah. Also, as you said, Slash, the CS difference is becoming more and more pronounced at the bot lane.
Welcome to India, man. Welcome to India.
I have nothing to say. So yeah, okay. We are seeing Nocturne just roaming around the bot. He's not really ganking right now. I think. What do you think? Nocturne should be able to gank bot right now. The pressure is massive from the red team right now. I think.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have a Vayne who has like, I don't know, like 220 range, and will not even be able to touch Lucian at the moment.
You so clearly do not like Vayne, Slash. You do not like Vayne. You seem to just absolutely hate this champion.
On Vayne, I have a few players who I don't mind watching Vayne, like Brutality, Nabu if he gives me RP after this game, and you know, probably Redemar, but then when you give a guy like Chloe, no offense, Vayne, and then you expect me to be very enthusiastic and optimistic about it, you got the wrong caster, mate.
Well, fair enough. All right. We might be seeing a 3-man gank at mid, but no. Elise is actually moving towards Dragon. No, that's not happening either. It's just a small roam from the Nautilus and the Elise, and they've gone back. Elise is moving towards the mid, but she won't be ganking anytime soon. Nautilus has made his way back to the bottom lane. CS differences. Let's talk about this. Well, Vayne is pretty close again. 3 CS difference in the bot lane, which is pretty good. It's not too bad. You said that we're allowed a difference of 5 CS, so she's doing pretty well. 4 CS.
Yeah,
so that's
she's
good.
doing pretty well.
As far as mid lane is concerned, there's an 8 CS difference. Gautam is taking a lot of poke. He's taking so much poke. As I said, Gautam is a passive player, so he's just going to continue farming, and he's just going to play it safe till like mid to late game. Top lane, Shen is going equal, which is good for now. But over time, he is going to take a lot of damage from Trundle, considering Trundle, as he said, is a massive pusher. So he's got to be very careful of that. Waiting for the level 6s because we're going to start seeing some real good plays. Crimson is level 6 right now. Deathly Dragon's nearly there. I think as soon as he hits level 6, he's probably going to hit up mid because, yeah, the Victor is pressuring a lot. And Gautam needs that early kill if he's going to continue playing passive like this, because he's just going to get poked out. And if his passive is popped, then I think Elise is just going to camp mid until they get a kill on Gautam. So yeah, what do you think about these item pickups?
Yeah, so pretty standard. Oh wait, we have a fight in the bot lane. Chloe
down.
taking very low, heal being used. Braum's shield will block a lot of damage, but is that enough? Calling being used, and Vadapochi just blocking it even without the shield. Will Bronzy be able to put some more damage out? No, he doesn't. And what did I tell you about the Vayne pickup again, huh?
This is not going well for me. This game is not going well for you. Come on, Chloe. You can pick up your game and you can start doing this, man. I'm pretty sure he can. Cool Dude is actually waiting down the bot lane because Chloe does not have a heal now, so they might be looking to jump on them. But we can see Nocturne and Anivia both making their way to the bot lane. Sora might be going down. Deathly Dragon with the fear, and Deathly Dragon taking a lot of damage. The Shen coming in. Shen does come in, and we haven't seen a taunt coming out of him. Rampage also TP's down. The fight's just going even right now. Rampage putting more pressure on it. Vadapochi might be going down. Vadapochi flashes out. The Victor gets the first blood onto Vadapochi. It was just a tense fight. All 5 players at the bottom lane. You can just see the amount of skill that they're putting out. As you said, the Vayne isn't capable of doing much because she's going to get burst down instantly. So we might just see them pick up the dragon. The first dragon will be going, will probably be going to the red team, Team Gush. They'll secure that in just a moment. And they're just looking out to see if there are any other players coming down. But
so
while they're doing
that play you particularly saw is the story of every bot lane. I mean, you get 5-man fight, and then whoever basically starts the fight earlier basically wins. So that's just a typical bot lane trade. I mean, 5 versus 5 bot lane, pretty normal these days. And you know, red team does come out ahead because of that because of that roam on Victor. I mean, Victor didn't even need to TP down. He just literally walked down, put a Q, put an E, put his ultimate, got a kill, and they got a free dragon off that. So, you know, Victor has been this player in particular, Midji or Midji. I don't know how you pronounce it, but we're going to go with Midji. And yeah, almost on every game he's been roaming very well. I mean, last game he would TP top lane just for kill participation. I mean, his roams are on point every single game, and he basically out-roamed Gautam over here. I mean, Gautam had TP. He got there first, but then this guy's roam, Midji's roam was just amazing, and they got a kill out of that. And now bot lane is going to go strictly on the red team's favor.
Yeah, the CS difference is highly pronounced now. It's nearly 16 difference. I think one problem with Team Naust right now, they're looking to get those early kills. I do agree with them trying to get those early kills, but having 5v5 at the bottom, they're not going to win. They're not going to win that early fight like that, especially with Vayne like below half health. I don't think that was really good. As soon as they saw the 5-man push at the bot, they should have left. Instead of leaving, they just stood there.
They shouldn't have. Yeah. They don't really need to win this early game. Like, they can just, you know, play it passive, try to capitalize on mistakes, and try to, you know, scale up as much as possible. And we have a gank in the top lane. Crimson's just gonna taunt out, and yeah. So, blue team, they don't really need to win really hard here. They just need to, you know, farm as much as they can, play, you know, try to counter the mistakes being made by the red team, and, you know, play accordingly. Instead, they're trying to make these aggressive plays when they don't need to. And it's obviously not working out for them.
Yeah, if you can't get a normal gank off, don't bother with these 5v5s early. It's just not going to work in your favor. Butterpoach is going 1v2 into them. Oh, we might see Nocturne just going on Sora. The Deadly Dragon taking a lot of damage. Bronzy might be going down. Actually, Sora might be the first one to go down.
Vayne got a kill.
Does go down. Vayne gets the kill.
Another kill. I believe.
Bronzy will be going down. That's a double kill on the way. I have to tell you right now, Slash, you better take your words back, mate.
Loki sucks incoming in chat.
This is happening 2-0. What did I say? 2-0, boy. 2-0.
Farm difference.
Oh, okay. Let's leave farm out of this. I said 2-0. That's just my bad. Oh god. Chloe does well. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, but honestly, that was actually a really well gank coordinated. I mean, they played it pretty well. They didn't play it the best, but they played it really well. It was a good ulti from Nocturne. It was a good condemn coming out from Vayne, which basically won them that fight. And Vadapochi overstayed. Oh no, he's just gonna shield and get back. But yeah, that was a really good fight coming out.
I think when you said Vadapochi overstayed, I actually think that's a legitimate point. If it was any other circumstance, if it was a more professional team, that would have been overstaying. That was very dangerous for Vadapochi to just stand there and try to get those last minions. It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you got the 2 kills, and you're playing Vayne. Just take it and run, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. Yeah, they got that lead back. Well, not a lead back. They're going even again. So why waste that? Why don't get aggressive and don't get cocky about these things. Gautam is just playing passive. He's down by 20 CS. This is crazy. He shouldn't be down by so much. He's playing a passive lane, and he's still down by CS. Not very good right now. But I'm sure he'll come back during the mid game. The Vayne has definitely picked up her game. Butterpoach just clearing out wards. No pressure from the junglers right now. Last pressure we saw. Oh, Miggy is being engaged on by Gautam. Just a small poke. Miggy did take quite a bit of damage. But let's talk about these items.
I don't think Gautam wants to fight this.
Yeah, he's not going to
fight it. He doesn't want to fight this. I mean, Midji has cleanse. He just doesn't want to fight it. He might be happy and get an E off or a Q. But, you know, he just does not want to actually fight Victor at this stage, especially when you're like 20 farm behind.
Yeah, he's just not going to try it. What do you think about these item pickups there, Slash?
Item pickups. So, Lucidity Boots by Nocturne. Good CDR for ultis. I don't know. I guess it works out, to be honest. Lucidity Boots. Pretty weird. But other than that, everything's pretty standard. I mean, you got the Mobi Boots. Oh, and we have a fight coming up in
engaged at the bottom lane. Vayne just pops her ulti. Butterpoach is engaged on Butterpoach with a beautiful ult on 3-man ult. Butterpoach actually makes it out.
Nocturne.
Sora might be going down. Deathly Dragon ults and Bronzy will be going down next. And third one to go down would probably be Cool Dude. But no, Chloe, that's a double kill on Nocturne. Oh, that's a triple kill on Nocturne, Vayne, and Braum. That was a beautiful ult from Miggy. There was the Anivia follow was just not good enough.
Vayne hype is real, boys.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's that. Vayne is still doing well though. Arguably she is still doing well. She's going 3-1-1. She's down on CS though, which is kind of unfortunate. But I think the problem there was Miggy roamed down quicker than Evia, and I think that was the main problem. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's Miggy. I mean, every game he's just on spot. Whenever there's a fight, you can count on him to be there, whether he has teleport, whether he's running clarity or anything, dude. He's gonna be there. His roams are on point. You know, everything about this guy, he's really good. He's really good. I mean, he can play these control mages perfectly. He's farming really well in lane. 15 minutes into the game, 133 farm, 30 CS ahead on his laner. He has more pressure than his laner. He's been roaming 10 times better than his laner, even with teleport. I mean, this guy knows how to play his control mages and knows how to play in this particular mid lane meta. And
also, one thing at the top right now, Shen is capitalizing with the 2 assists that he got earlier, and he's got a 10 CS lead. He's putting enough pressure on top. I think we should be able to see a gank at top lane soon. I think it would really help Rampage to get ahead if Elise was to gank top, which she's not doing right now. I think she's just going to let Rampage farm up on his own. What do you think about the lack of ganks at top lane?
Yeah, I think Elise basically couldn't play the patient game. I mean, we all know the patience game. Elise tried to, make something really early happen around the bot to mid lane, tried to do something in the top lane, but it really didn't work out, and now he's suffering the farm differential between the junglers. I mean, Nocturne's got 67 farm, it's going to be 68 farm in like 2 seconds here, versus the 48 to like 50 farm, which Elise has, but we now have a small fight coming up in the top lane. Elise is here, a lot of damage going on to Crimson Elise. He's taking very low, flashes out, puts his shield on. Here comes Nocturne. He's going to focus Cool Dude. Crimson Irelia is going to stay to fight, which is not a really good idea. Cool Dude taking very low, flash by Deadly Dragon, will get countered by Cool Dude, and a beautiful cocoon will secure the disengage, and Rampage picking up the kill on the Deadly Dragoon. What happened there? Oh wait, in the bot lane we also had a fight. Nocturne going up, well not Nocturne, Nautilus going full on Vayne, but will flash for the disengage. Ooh, and we might have a small fight in the mid lane. Oh, no, we don't. So, Prodigal, what happened in the top lane? I mean, we did see what happened in the top lane. What exactly
I was just saying, I thought Elise was going to gank top. She has to get that Trundle rolling, so she did exactly that. I think Crimson just got a little over-eager at that point. He knew he was winning the lane a little bit, and so he got over-eager, got too cocky, and he started pushing it out. Pushing it straight out, like pushed Trundle straight under tower, and he thought he was okay because Elise hadn't shown up for a while, and it just did not go in his favor. Chloe's back in lane, just manages to save his tower with a sliver of health. Butterfly tries to engage on Bronzy, but no. Yeah, so I think the mistake by Crimson was that he got too cocky with the lead that he had in lane. He should have anticipated a gank. He had a ward there too. I just think he didn't notice it. Cool Dude does go on to the dragon, and they will secure both. Team Gush will secure their second dragon for the game. We should be able to see Team Naust's first dragon, probably the next one. They have to contest it soon because they can't. Well, it's bad enough as it is. They can't deal with the dragons next. What do you think about the dragon pickups by Team Gush right now?
Yeah, so basically every time they get, oh, we have another gang coming in. Cool Dude engages with the cocoon. Butterpucci taking a lot of damage. Bronze putting up the calling, but it's going to be hitting the shield for the most part. Shen will ulti, and that will be a good disengage coming up from the purple team. I mean, they saw the Shen ulti. They know it's a 4v5. Oh, and Cool Dude gets another cocoon. Butterpucci overstaying again. Definitely Dragon will put down the Q, but Ignite will tick, and blue team getting nothing out of that. Oh, we have another gank over the mid. Nocturne just won't sit still. Ulti's over to the mid, but a good flash by Midji will secure the disengage. He goes in for another Q, but really doesn't get anything there. Yeah, so a lot of events happen. About the dragon thing, I mean, red team, whenever they win and engage bot lane, which they have been for the last 3 skirmishes, they take the dragon, and it's always in their favor. I mean, Lucian, Nautilus against Vayne, Braum. Lucian, Nautilus obviously have the better lead, and therefore they get the better skirmishes and the dragon. But, we had a lot of fights that just happened while I was explaining that. Why don't you go through what happened?
Yeah, it seems like every single time one fight breaks up, everything just starts breaking out. The first fight that we saw before, a fight broke out at top, a fight broke out at bottom, and a fight at mid. The same thing was pretty much about to happen with Nocturne ulting up to the middle, but yeah, Gautam wasn't going to follow up. I think a problem with Gautam is he's far too passive. So when Nocturne did ult, I think there was miscommunication. Gautam couldn't even come up to like put out a stun. He didn't do anything. He just stayed under the tower, more afraid of himself than, well, to think about saving his teammate or any of that. Nocturne could have gone down, potentially, but Mickey decided to flash out rather than deal with it because he was still afraid that Gautam might engage later on. But yeah, essentially I think that Gautam is far too passive and he really needs to start becoming a little more aggressive when he needs to become a little more aggressive when a jungler gank does come in. As far as what happened in bot lane, I think, well, as you predicted, it was going to happen. We see a small engagement. Oh, no, actually, they stopped. They back off. Sora and Miggy are just roaming around the blue team's jungle, but they are backing off right now. They're all grouping up in the mid lane. We might see a push up to the middle tower, but while we were talking about all of that, the first tower of the game did go down at the bot lane, and I think that was expected. As you said, the Vayne pickup isn't particularly the greatest. She is doing well, but it's definitely not the greatest. I think a different ADC would have helped them much more, so I do concede on that. Yes. Secondly, as far as the bottom tower going down first was definitely expected. I think the next tower to go down would be in the mid lane if Team Gush is willing to put the pressure down. But they're roaming around Baron. So they're roaming around the Rift. What do you call it?
Baron. It's Baron.
Oh, is it Baron now?
Yeah, it is Baron.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's 20. Yeah, it's 20 minutes. So yeah, so the Baron is out. So they're roaming around Baron. There's an invade onto the blue team's jungle.
There's an engage coming out, cool dude.
This is far too many times. Vadapoche keeps getting caught. I think, he has to look at his jungle pathing. He's definitely not doing helping his team by getting caught so many times. The team Gush is completely just dominating the blue team's jungle right now. Gautam Iverson just trying to farm up. He's getting a lot of pressure on his lane. Deathly Dragon manages to just shield out Sora's engage. And now we do see the pressure onto the mid lane tower now. Might be seeing the second tower of the game go down. Gautam gets engaged on. Vadapoche caught once more. He's right in front. He's not even making the attempt to dodge out or anything. He is trying to protect his laners, which is good. But he should also try to protect himself, try to dodge out those stuns and things like that, because I think that's around the 5th time he's been getting caught out, and he's died 3 times out of those 5 times. So I don't think this is good for Vadapoche. It's sort of Vadapoche gets engaged on again by Cool Dude, and Deathly Dragon nearly goes down. Vadapoche escapes with a sliver of health. The whole team is at the mid. Vayne is busy farming at bot. She's moving towards the mid lane, but we do see how much pressure that's coming out from Team Gush. What do you think about Vadapoche getting caught out so much?
Yeah, I honestly don't know what he's doing. I mean, we saw him overstay the first time when Vayne got the double kill over at bot lane, and Cool Dude really didn't pressure him that much, or punish him that much. But the next time he did, he just walked straight into a cocoon, and he got slaughtered by the Elise. So this guy, he needs to, start picking up on his mistakes. I mean, he needs to figure out that he's understand that he's overstaying in these team fights and it's not going out. I mean, out of those 3 deaths, he's probably almost like 2 of them were just because he was overstaying in fights. So he needs to stop overstaying in those fights. And yeah, coming back to the mid lane, you keep saying that Gautam Iverson is playing very passive, which he is, but it's not really working out in his favor. I mean, look at Victor right now, 230 farm on 23 minutes. He's literally farming 10 CS a minute, which is almost like LCS, LPL, professional player level. So, congrats to him. And on top of that, he's roaming very well on the fights. Every time a skirmish happens, he's there putting his death ray, putting his ulti down. And, he's just been playing almost the perfect mid, I'd like to say.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of good things from Miggy in the future. He's doing very, very good. I'm actually very glad to see things like this. Cool Dude is just coolly taking. Cool Dude gets engaged upon by Deathly Dragon. Cool Dude does go down. That's the first time I've seen Cool Dude get caught out. Sora and the rest of the team engage onto the Baron. I don't think this is good because they don't have a jungler, but the Baron is going down very quickly. Well, the blue team does have vision on it now. The blue team picks up their first dragon. but we might see the Baron going down. Vayne is going alone. Oh, well, he has Shen with him. The Shen engages onto it. Will we see the Baron going to the blue team? No, the Baron is picked up by the Trundle. We might see Shen go down first. No, Rampage gets engaged on. Chloe just trying to kite out the best he can. And they all escape alive, except Shen is the only one to die. That is so unfortunate. You can see how many people are low. Barapoche with an aggressive flash in. And the Anivia gets a kill onto the Lucian. Rampage will be going down next. Vayne gets her 4th kill. The Nautilus also goes down to Braum. I think I was actually mistaken about Barapoche's aggressive flash. I thought he made a mistake when he flashed over the wall like that so aggressively. And I thought he was just going to die, again, getting caught out. But no, that was a good flash in, and he got them 3 kills because of that. So, do you think Barapoche is redeeming himself, or do you think he's just acting on his nerves and it just worked out in his favor?
I actually think he's redeeming himself. He has been making good flash ultimates. I mean, his Braum is not bad. I mean, coming to him playing the champion alone, it's actually pretty decent. He's playing a pretty decent Braum at this level. But the only problem is he's just over aggressive and staying too long for the fights, which is not needed at all. But nevertheless, he is playing pretty well on that champion. And wow, how many people got Baron buff on that? I think it's just Miji.
Yeah, I think it's just Miji because 4 of them went down instantly, which is, I think that's a small consolation. Well, that's actually a pretty big consolation prize for Team Naust. 4 people going down for Baron, I think it's worth it. But they do still have the Baron buff pressure for the sieges. The next tower is taking a lot of hits. Barapoche gets caught out. Well, not caught out, he gets engaged upon, and he takes a little bit of damage, but he's safe, he's alright. Trundle is just
I don't know why he's... Yeah. I don't know why he's frontlining right now. I mean, this guy doesn't have a lot of items. He has a shield, though, which can block a lot of damage, but just not enough damage to, at the point where he can actually live. I mean, every time he goes frontline, he's just taking free damage and basically getting himself half HP before the fight even starts, so... he needs to understand that he's not that tanky as he think he is, and he just needs to stay in the backline and peel for Vayne as much as possible instead of being that frontline monster, which a lot of good Braum players are. So he needs to relax a little bit.
No, I think as you said, he is over aggressive. I think he's used to winning lane, so at this point, considering they have lost lane, he still thinks he's won. And Gautam gets engaged upon. Gautam will be going down. He goes into his passive form, and Gautam goes down. Next is Crimson Aurelia just ulties him, but he goes down. That's a triple kill on Elise.
Triple kill.
What just happened there?
Well, several things just happened. This guy picked Vayne, and they gave Elise to Cool Dude, so...
Like how you said several things, it's the one thing that you've been feeding from the beginning. This Vayne is something that you do honestly, not like.
I don't know. They were just not very well positioned around that fight, and they gave too much to get that to save that turret, which really didn't work. Because there's no point in giving your whole life to giving everything you got to save an outer turret when the enemy team has Baron buff. I mean, it's okay to do it for the inhibitor turret, but not for the outer turret. I mean, you need to give that outer turret. You need to say, yeah, we lost in pick and ban. Yeah, we didn't play well. You just need to accept that fact and give it up, and not give so much. I mean, for the inhibitor turret, it's okay. You can give a lot for it because, it's an inhibitor turret. But for an outer turret, yeah, you shouldn't be trying to save an outer turret that much. I mean, honestly, even if you did have that outer turret, it wouldn't make a difference. I mean, the red team has half your jungle. I mean, all your full jungle. They have every other objective on the map. So there's no point in trying to give everything for that outer turret there. Yeah, they could have just left the outer turret, and these guys would still be trying to knock on the inhibitor turret, and they'd probably back right now. But instead, they gave 2 people for the outer turret, and that cost them the inhibitor. So, yeah. Too greedy,
I think it cost them more than just that. As you said, trying to protect that outer turret, they lost an inhibitor turret, they lost the inhibitor, and they also lost another second-tier tower at the bottom, and they're looking to lose their second-tier tower at the top. I think just one play does change the game. And they're getting engaged upon. Deadly Dragon will probably be the first one to go down. No, he does back off, he flashes away. Barapoche is the first one to go down, and Gautam Iverson goes down second. He was caught out. Crimson Aurelia just trying to walk away, but he takes a lot of damage. He goes down, and everyone's pretty much going down. He just goes down instantly. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Vayne is definitely not working out. Yeah, definitely, you were definitely right about that. It's just no one goes down on Team Gush Gush, and they're just pushing up to the top inhibitor. I think this might be a winning push. I think we might be seeing a
Vayne was
push.
honestly a cocky pick. I mean, you have a Nautilus, you have a Trundle, you have an Elise that does insane amount of damage right now, and you know, this game is over. I mean, Gush Gush basically 2-0'd Team Tamil Nadu. I mean Team Naust, sorry. They're just full of Tamil Nadu players. Yeah, they are full of Tamil Nadu players, so I guess you can say Team Tamil Nadu, I guess. But anyways, they have won the game. The semifinals are over, 2-0. Gush Gush, I mean, no, not Gush Gush. Or is this Gush Gush? Yeah, Gush Gush beat Team Naust 2-0, clean swipe, and that is the end of your semifinals. Tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, will be the finals on Tuesday around in the evening. You can check Team EDX page on Facebook for the timings and schedules and all that stuff. They will be facing us point blank at the finals. So I'm happy I got to cast and watch Gush Gush's games.
You can watch Slash playing his Vayne. You can watch Slash play Vayne. Yeah, his beautiful Vayne. You can go watch that stuff. No, it was really nice casting with you, Slash. I loved it. Hope to do it soon. You guys, all the viewers, have a good day. Hopefully we'll see you for the finals. Thanks, guys.
All right, man. Thank you. All right, peace out, guys.
Yes. See ya.